What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and welcome to your daily dose of doom. This is going to be day 22, I believe, and the task is Worst Carolers Ever. Defeat 3 Sentinels. Now, Sentinels can be found in many missions, but we're going to just go to Season 1, Chapter 3, Mission 4. I'm sure this should be pretty easy, and I doubt will take too long to finish. So let's go ahead and check out which mission that is. It's titled Odd Bedfellows. And I'm guessing that as soon as we click play mission, we should be able to find a threat with exactly 3 Sentinels. I have to say they've made all these tasks pretty accessible and very easy to complete. So I would think that most people are going to have Dr. Doom at least by the end. And that's pretty awesome because he is a very amazing character, although he's not the greatest on defense. And I'll address some of these concerns when I do an official review of Dr. Doom. I also plan on doing that level 6 footage of him in PvP on offense, and he's destroying teams even at level 6. So hopefully I can get that up later tonight. The other piece of news for Doom is I did get him to level 9. So I'll work on getting that Doom cannon on video, and then that'll be released pretty soon as well. So next week is going to be action-packed. We're going to have that Dr. Doom review, a Nico video, Moonstone video, and a bunch of other stuff, including maybe the series coming back. And I'll give more details on all of that news on Monday. So make sure that you keep checking out the Daily Dose of Doom videos, because I do often use it to show certain things or talk about some new stuff. Now for this battle I decided to go with Satana and Nico. I really haven't tried them out that much, and I'm not sure how well they'll do together. But it's not going to matter for this battle because we're mostly going to finish these Sentinels from counterattacks. So since it's going to be rather short and pretty uneventful, I'm going to include a pretty cool PvP match at the end. Now with Satana, it's kind of difficult to use her these days, especially if you're using the Mystic. You're just going to end up stopping her debuffs, which are her buffs, from being placed. And then the other problem is if you're buffing yourself, so see here I have the Blade of the Guardian. That's going to work against some of her debuffs. On top of that, by placing her debuffs, you open yourself up to some Paragon exploiters and people like that who take advantage of them. They'll do major damage to your team, and you're actually helping them out. So because of these reasons, I've really been staying away from her recently. But I'm not saying she can't be used effectively, she really could be. But for me personally, I don't think it's worth it. Alright, so now Nico's finally gonna get to attack. And I do have her at level 6, so we have 3 out of her 4 abilities, and 2 of them are multifunction. I'm going to try to use her freeze ability, and hopefully stun the Sentinel. So let's go ahead and apply Frozen, Chilled, and get that stun. It does pretty big damage as well. And we do stun him, but there's also collateral damage. So that finishes him and the battle. So yeah, like I said, it was going to be a pretty fast battle, and not too eventful. But we got our 5 impending lockboxes for the day. And now we're going to go ahead and jump into a PvP match. Now in this match, I'm going to be using Dr. Voodoo and Emma Frost. And I think they work pretty well together, especially since they're so amazing by themselves. Dr. Voodoo is going to get to act first, but unfortunately you can see that they have the Mystic equipped. So that means none of our debuffs are going to stick. So since this is the case, I'm just going to use this level 1, and this should do a decent amount of damage hopefully. Another cool thing is we do have that magic warding, so it's actually going to protect us against certain things and lower that Mystic damage. And by the way, Damon Hellstrom can prevent that weapon altogether. Alright, so they do have War Frenzy, so they have the Warbringer Axe, the Mystic, the Cube, and then I'm not sure what their last item is. I'm hoping that it's not the Scroll of Angolob, but it probably is. Now with Emma Frost, we're going to use Unlock Potential on herself, and then watch how much damage this mental trauma can do. Well, first they do have a blaster, so let's use that Psychic Tap. I know it won't put mental anguish on him, but it is like free damage. And this right here is one of the reasons why Emma's been good ever since she was first released. She really hasn't fallen off much since then. She has to be one of the longest running top tier heroes, if not the longest. She just has that staying power, she's always going to be good. Now with our agent we can finally use the Scroll of Angolob, and that does take off the Mystic Shroud. Then we have quick reflexes, followed by Neurotrope, and then I'll probably just use our Mystic on their agent. He's pretty vulnerable right there, and I think we can finish him off, and that will get rid of reality hacking as well. So that's always a good idea because hopefully they won't be dodging any attacks once that reality hacking is gone. So we'll hit them with our only attack move, the Mystic, and that will finish their agent. So now we just have to deal with Thane and Ares. Now that it's our Dr. Voodoo's turn, I'm going to use his level 9 on Emma Frost. So I think you can see where this battle's going, and how it's going to end. Emma's going to gain 2 turns, one for Dr. Voodoo and one for my agent. So we're going to start with that Psychic Tap on Thane. That will give us tactical maneuvers, and so we'll still have 2 more attacks to use some mental trauma. Alright, so here comes mental trauma number 1. It's going to do some pretty heavy damage, and KOs Thane. Next, we could use pretty much anything, but why even risk it? Let's just use mental trauma again, and that's going to be it. So yeah, that's a pretty amazing team, and I hope you enjoyed the video. That's going to be it for day 22, and I want to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, good luck, and take care.